Okay, we're 10-8. The number is 180.
All right, MSI.
The letter is
I'm not
G.
one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help.
My name is Mig.
Get in there and fight.
And get our loins moistened. Wow, that did not work very well. Alright. Hey look, we get to die a lot on the end level. Hoopty-doopty. How far back do we have to go, yo? Alright, good. What if we go this way?
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and
Hey, maybe I should go over to the people who are gonna, like, actually help defend me.
I just earned a fine bonus.
I just owned it. Troop helmet. What do we got for helmets? 55. 51. Alright, well, we got better than that then.
Time to collect a fine bounty.
Alright, let's go up the pit. Here. Oh, interesting. Nothing. Nothing is over here. Loot. Alright, crazy boy.
Guess this is it, huh? Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, I suspect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Better get used to it, lady. It's over, Sophia. Stand down.
I'm afraid I can't do that. To your credit, Captain, you are one of the colony's finest specialists. Your technical abilities are beyond reproach. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon.
I am the enemy of the
you
people.
Are my enemy.
I must be a journalist.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Let's talk about this.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
Give me some scores. Excuse me. That was fun.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a
Good thing I have a
drain.
shock weapon.
And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Okay. Alright, well, we don't have the red dot anymore. Kill the ram. Oh, the ram has the password. Right? Didn't we see that there was a password for a RAM? Can't go that way. I guess we go this way. Can't go that way. I guess we'll go this way. Okay. My lockpick is not lockpickety. God damn it. Oh, my stealth skills are minuses. Alright, stealth skills +5. Come on, give me a lockpick hat. Medical +3. Come on. Yeah, sure. Lockpick. Alright, and then groovy.
You make it look so easy.
And I have to put all my shit back on though, right? Where'd my good armor go? Let's sort by armor rating. There's my armor rating. All right. What the hell? It's crazy shit, yo. Hacking skill too low. What is hacking? Is that also stealth? It is stealth. Alright. 87, huh? Alright. I just get a +5, right? Yeah. Alright, and then you. Heavy. Right, hack. I knew there was a hacker. Alright. Still too low. Right. Stealth skills. Body attributes. Mind attributes. Well, let's switch you. They gave me 74 instead of 87. Well, mind attributes of 1 doesn't do us all that much good, right? Although I think we want armor rating rather than... Right, mind attributes are what we want, but +1 is garbage. Mind attributes +1. Mind attributes +1. So apparently we just can't... man. Okay. This is unfortunate. Yeah. Well, this is enticing, isn't it? I think we don't get to... I think we're going to have to go fight the guy. We don't get to put in the password. Because we don't have enough hacking skill. Meh. Alright, well, let's put our clothes back on. Makes me sad. Don't care about any of that anyway. Alright. Let's go fight Mr. Boyo.
System security patrol.
Incoming!
The Wow. Okay. Well, I can see where his weak spot is. It's in his back, right? So, okay, we'll try again. Jesus. Why do you have 80,000? God damn it. Run. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Killed him. And my girls are awake. Okay, well, I only died twice on that combat before I had to do it. That would have been a lot easier if it didn't have the little flying guys. But okay, sure. Alright, I don't care. Okay, let's go talk to Sylvie. This is the nice part of the prison. Just another set of stairs. Yes. Okay. Soph.
Why won't you just stop?
Oh.
Not bad, huh?
Okay then.
Get me out of here!
Aha. Cutscene, cutscene.
You don't know how
Loves
glad I
cutscene.
am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved. and long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Aha.
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived.
Let's get the
You've broken the board's
sulfur.
stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Good lord.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands.
Of course we do.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years.
We
There's
sent
been
him...
no communication, no
Okay.
signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be
So
devastating.
are you setting us up for the sequel, or
So
are
we
we
gotta
having
make
more
do
main
on our own.
quests?
Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Okay.
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can.
Oh my god. How do you know all of this?
I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. Tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth.
What do you think
I
happened?
don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists
Earth's
anymore.
Gone Silent was actually the name of my
We
punk
have no
rock band
connection
in
back to
high
Earth,
school.
and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here.
Of course we are.
You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them.
I'm not saying it was aliens. But it was fucking aliens.
Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why.
I sent them a message.
Akande had
like,
kept the truth to herself,
3
perhaps with good reason.
episodes ago.
Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium. I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours.
You're a murderer and a liar.
You have every right to think of me that way. I know I can never win back your trust, but I'm trying to set things right.
Of course you
My
are.
apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can.
That's it, yo.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one
problem at a time.
We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job
This
than
is
you.
what do you
Totally
say,
setting
old
up the
friend?
sequel. Will you help us?
Sure.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path.
Uh-huh.
You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support.
Uh-huh.
We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free.
To do what
Our
I
future is
want.
uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds.
Any old
Exciting,
time.
isn't it?
Is that it? Cutscene? Roll credits?
The OSI teaches
That's a
that
butt.
everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an
I think that's
unplanned
it. I
variable.
think we're done with this game.
From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's
This
colony.
is like the end of...
Engineers, scientists, technicians, and
Yeah.
intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon.
Man.
The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority,
I'm just going to let you
many of
watch
the
this, yo. I'm
colony's
going to put this
settlements
microphone
banded
down.
together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks.
And everyone's
The board was too
were
distracted by
moistened.
infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Luya Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter.
What are
Nearly
we looking
everyone
at
had to
here?
learn to make
Like,
do
what is
with
this
less.
guy doing? What
Some
is this guy doing? Are
even
they
had to
fighting?
get
Are they...
jobs. It was a
What is
dark
this?
time indeed.
Oh my god.
Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts,
Oh, I hope you get
she was
Max and
finally
Ada's
able
story.
to afford a ship of her own. She hired
really
a small
do.
crew
Max and
and
Ada
flew supply
deserve
missions
so
to
much
communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon.
Oh, we didn't get an Ada story.
Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you.
Baba is you.
No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
And my name is Mig. Would like to thank you very much for watching to the end of the series. Do please feel free to click the like and the subscribe. They do help out a great deal. However, and just for, I suppose, as long as the credits roll, we are 10-7. Over and out.